They just revealed the reason why this Mexican influencer was shot to death while live streaming on TikTok, and it's absolutely insane. Her name was Valeria Marquez, a 23-year-old from Mexico, and she had 100,000 followers. She was known for her beauty content and positive energy, but during one of her live streams, things took a horrifying turn. She was just sitting there talking to her followers when a man on a motorcycle pulls up, walks over to her, says he has a package, and then asks to confirm her name. As soon as she does, he pulls out a firearm and fires once in the chest and twice in the head. And all 7,500 people watching her stream bared witness to it. The killer hops back on his bike and speeds off, but here's where it gets twisted. Her friend that was right there doesn't scream, doesn't run, she just calmly picks up the phone and ends the live stream. Valeria had reportedly wanted to leave sooner, but her friend convinced her to stay, saying she had an expensive gift coming. She even gave her a drink and a stuffed animal to distract her. But the wildest part is that Valeria had a feeling this was coming. Minutes before this happened, Valeria said to her friend that they're probably gonna come and unalive me. He half said it jokingly, half said it serious, but her friend in the background was trying to convince her, no, that's not gonna happen, just wait for him, he'll be here soon. Valeria had told people that she feared for her safety, especially around her ex. Her ex happens to be a cartel leader, and according to authorities, her ex had gotten upset with her because she was receiving expensive gifts from her followers. What we're hearing now is that she was set up by her friend and her ex. Valeria's death is heartbreaking and full of red flags. Was this a setup? Did her friend plan to take her life with her ex? Comment below and share this to keep this story alive. Rest in peace, Valeria.
Mexican music as we know it is changing. Mexico Canta 2026 is a government-backed cultural initiative, a competition to encourage U.S. and Mexican artists to be a part of this musical shift. And it's all about letting go of music that perpetuates violence, drugs, and the glorification of criminals. Although some people may argue that narco corridos are part of Mexican culture, the truth is narco corridos were never at the foundation of traditional Mexican music. Let's go through a timeline of how Mexican music originated in indigenous cultures and how we ended up singing about glorified criminals, addiction, and violence. Early civilizations such as the Aztecs, the Mayas, Purépechas, Olmecs, Zapotecs, and many others, they weave music into storytelling, and they worked with music as a form of healing. They incorporated it into their rituals, their ceremonies. When Spanish colonization took place in the 1500s, they blended indigenous, Spanish, and African music all into one. So this later influenced a lot of the music that we grew up on, such as mariachi, bandas, norteñas, and even corridos. But even corridos were not intended to be what they become today. Corridos became popular in the 1800s. They were also a form of storytelling, and they told stories of heroes, migration, and social struggles. Narco corridos emerged in the 1970s, and they grew very rapidly. They also told stories, but their stories were much darker, of drug trafficking, cartels, smuggling, wealth, and power. If you grew up on Los Tigres del Norte, then you probably know about this song, Contrabando y Traición. This song was considered to be what really solidified the narco corrido movement, and a lot of artists soon followed their steps. This is why the Mexico Canta initiative represents a new chapter in the evolution of Mexican music. And from my perspective, a return to our roots and what music was intended to be, creating music that spreads positivity, joy, love, healing, and bringing people together. a popular narco corrido singer, Junior H, made a statement that he will no longer be singing narco corridos as he is a part of this movement. He stated that he's recognizing his own power as a role model and the influence that he can make on the lives of his listeners. Mexico Canta 2026 is open to artists both in the US and in Mexico that want to be a part of this new era of Mexican music. So if you believe that music can inspire something greater than violence, I encourage you to share this video with somebody that you know or tag them in the comments so that they can see this video. I'm really excited to see where this takes us.